I've been thinking a lot about whether or not I should do a top 10 video about the best hit songs in 2021. On one hand, it's a lot of effort to talk about multiple different songs in a compilation where I can really analyze every exact detail I like and dislike about them. I feel like in my past videos, that one, that I barely scratched the surface on some songs or just put some songs in to make one point and then say a ton of filler. On the other hand, I'm still really passionate about a lot of the music that came out this year, and I'd love to share my opinions. Plus, it's winter break, so I've come to a compromise. I'll talk about my least favorite hit song and my favorite hit song that came out this year. Once again, I'm going based on the Billboard Year-End 100, because not like I worship the Hot 100 or anything, but it's like science, and it gives me a roster that's a workable size. Keep in mind, this is just my opinion, and if your opinion is different, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Now, without further rambling, let's get on to the first song. And the worst hit song of 2021 is
I got my driver's license last week.
Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo. I know some of y'all are already getting mad at me, but there's so many issues I have with this song. But first, to criticize a song, it's important to understand its main goals and its appeal. So what is this with Driver's License? I think that most people who praise this song like it for its songwriting and lyrics, vocal performance, and the drama surrounding the song. So let's look at all these one by one. Songwriting. Overall, my thoughts are that the lyrics of this song are generic, cliche, not very descriptive, surface level, and incomplete a lot of the time. Just taking it line by line from the beginning. I got my driver's license last week, just like we always talked about, because you were so excited for me to finally drive up to your house. But today I drove through the suburbs, crying because you weren't around. The first few lines of a song are always important to set the scene of the rest of the song. The concept of a driver's license to remind you of someone is interesting, but my main issue with these lines is how they seem super underdeveloped and first drafty. There's almost no description or imagery or anything that can make me see or feel her situation. It's just entirely exposition. Words like exciting and crying just say, "This is how I feel," instead of, "This is why I feel this way." It falls into one of my biggest pet peeves in songwriting, which is telling and not showing. Continuing, you're probably with that blonde girl who always made me doubt, which is not even a complete thought, like she was just trying to find a word to rhyme. She's so much older than me, she's everything I'm insecure about. These lines are just written really awkwardly, where I think it's an interesting concept for Olivia to be talking about her ex's new girl making her feel insecure, but they're worded in a really confusing way just so they rhyme. Like, if I'm insecure about having bad hair or something, and she has good hair, that line isn't really indicative of the quality of her hair. It can mean the opposite, that she also has bad hair. But today I drove through the suburbs, cause how could I ever love someone else? Girl, you're 17. And I know we weren't perfect, but I've never felt this way for no one. And I just can't imagine how you could be so okay now that I'm gone. I've heard these exact lines in like millions of other songs before. It's just not interesting. Guess you didn't mean what you wrote in that song about me. Cause you said forever, now I drive alone past your street. I think that the line about the song is actually pretty interesting, and maybe it could have been delved into more, but the whole song doesn't even say why he left her, just that he's with some blonde girl now. Also, I'm not sure if this is more of a songwriting element or a production element, but I hate how most of the instruments cut out on the last line, just for her to say,
"'Cause you said forever, now I drive alone past your street."
And then there's this huge pause as if it's something profound that she wanted you to sit on. The lyrics in this song just come across as really privileged. Like her biggest problem is her driving her own car through her nice little California suburb to some boy's house. And unrelated, but I hate the use of the word fucking in the bridge. It feels out of place, as if she just wanted to swear to show that she's not a Disney star anymore. Also, anyone saying that this is a Lorde bridge, I'm begging you, please listen to any other artist. Also, not to be petty, but I hate how the song ends on a relative minor.
You said forever, now I drive alone past your street. Yeah, you said forever, now I drive alone past your street.
I know it all sounds harsh for a song by a 17-year-old, but when I hear it, it sounds less like an 8-time #1 song and more like the first song someone's ever written. Am I picking on it just because it's one of the most popular songs of the year? Maybe, but it's just crazy to me how this song can be so universally loved. Y'all remember the Dixie D'Amelio song from this year, One Whole Day, right? One day, I was really, 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 really sad. One day, one whole day, I missed you really, really, really bad. I mean, do I even have to give an explanation?
Now I am emotionally starved.
This is what I hear when I listen to Driver's License. And I know that's a little bit harsh, but you see what I mean, right? Is it bad to mention that this was my most listened to song of 2021? To show what I mean, here's a song about a similar thing to Driver's License that I actually like the lyrics and songwriting of. This is Found Out About You by Gin Blossoms. Streetlights blink on through the car window. I get the time too often on AM radio. Immediately, without directly saying it, we get a setting and time through the imagery and visuals. In a car, by the streetlights, late at night. Well, you know it's all I think about. I write your name, drive past your house, your boyfriend's over, I watch your lights go out. There's a suggestive implication going on here through the imagery that can tell a story about what the singer is feeling, maybe betrayal, an obsession, while not directly saying, I'm sad. This is where I think Found Out About You succeeds, where Driver's License fails. It gives enough detail for an audience to visualize the situation. Vocal performance. I'm just not a fan of Olivia's vocal performance in this song. It sits in a weird middle ground between singing in cursive and theatery overexpressive vocals.
Got my driver's license last week, just like we always talked about.
I got my driver's license last week, just like we always talked about.
Guess you didn't mean what you wrote in that song about me.
Guess you didn't mean what you wrote in that song about me.
I know the girl can sing on other songs, but in this one, she doesn't really do it for me. Drama. So we know that Olivia Rodrigo is an actress from High School Musical the series, and she wrote the song about her co-star Joshua Bassett, and they dated before he broke up with her and started dating fellow Disney star Sabrina Carpenter. The problem I have with this is that when the song was released, Olivia was 17 years old, Joshua was 20, and Sabrina was 21. And I think that age difference between Olivia and Joshua to date is a little bit weird. And it's hard for me to sympathize with a song where Olivia is crying about her ex, an adult, leaving her, a minor. Like, how could you leave me for someone your own age? I'm also not trying to make Olivia look like she's in the wrong here at all. I genuinely feel sorry for her and believe her emotions are valid. I just think saying she'll never be able to love anyone else is an unhealthy coping mechanism. And the line about them talking about her getting her driver's license just makes me feel uncomfortable, like he's an adult waiting for her to turn a certain age. It overall just leaves me with a certain disdain for the song, knowing what it's about. Josh and Sabrina also apparently released songs of their own just 1 or 2 weeks after Driver's License came out, which is a little bit fishy to me. I don't know how you can write, record, produce, shoot a music video, and still have time to promote your song in that amount of time. It just makes me think the whole thing is fake. Now, to end on a more positive note, I do think Olivia's shown a lot of improvement since Driver's License, particularly in Deja Vu. In that song, I think it's a lot stronger from a songwriting perspective. Car rides to Malibu, strawberry ice cream, 1 spoon for 2, trading jackets, laughing about how small it looks on you. This song offers a lot more imagery and more showing, not telling. Even though it tells a similar story to Driver's License about her ex getting a new girl, this time it comes from a much more empowering way than a self-pitying way. For example, the lines, "That was our place, I found it first, I made the jokes you tell to her." Yes, give us those receipts! I love the specific examples in her relationship to help me understand her feelings. Now that's not to say the song is perfect in every way. I get embarrassed to sing along to it when I have to say, watching reruns of Glee, or She Knows Billy Joel because you played her Uptown Girl. But it's still definitely a vast improvement, and I'm genuinely excited to see what Olivia decides to do next. I just hope it's not another Driver's License. Now, before I move on to my best hit song, I want to give a special honorable mention because I can't do this video without talking about it. You Right by Doja Cat and The Weeknd. Not only do I love the two different super catchy hooks in both halves of the chorus, but I also really love the subject matter of Doja not wanting to cheat on her boyfriend, but gets caught up in the temptation of another man. The instrumental works perfectly with her voice to convey how she knows she's in the wrong and is shamefully admitting that she's thinking of cheating, but can't help herself. It's just something I've never heard in a song before, so I applaud its originality there. She's also a Libra in the video, and she's literally balancing the weight of her decisions of staying faithful to her boyfriend versus cheating on him. Her mind. The Weeknd is also there for like 30 seconds, and yeah, he does a pretty good job too. And the best hit song of 2021 is Levitating by Dua. Y'all, I can't do this. I know y'all like this song. Y'all know I like this song because it's been on the radio for like the past 60,000 weeks playing nonstop. It's a good song, but at this point, what can I even say about it? Look, it's not even fair. I only get 100 songs to pick from, and 2 of them are Christmas songs, which really shouldn't count. In fact, if they didn't, I'd also get to pick from the number 101 and 102 songs, which according to this chart means I could say Drunk and I Don't Wanna Go Home by Elle King and Miranda Lambert. Is it cheating? A little, but would you rather me talk about Dua Lipa for the 10th time? This is one of those songs, one that can make you feel everything at once. Happy, sad, angry, badass, empowered. Where am I even supposed to begin with this song? I've been an Elle King fan since I heard X's and O's on the radio in 2015, but this song takes all those qualities I liked about it and expands on it so much more. From a compositional perspective, I think the song's a masterpiece. The harmonic and melodic structure of the song fits perfectly with its lyrics. The song starts out in F minor. As the lyrics go, I got some money in my pocket, got some trouble on my tail. I can hear the dives and knockin', guess I'm heading off the rails. Singing ooh, I'm talking about you. There's a lot of imagery and description in these first few lines, and when combined with the arrangement of the song, the lyrics give off a badass Wild West outlaw kind of feel. It just kind of goes between the minor 1 and major 4 chords, which kind of just lets it float in an intense feeling with no resolution, with Elle King talking about her past struggles setting up the rest of the song. After this, Miranda Lambert comes in to deliver her response. I got some new best friends forever. See, I met them at the bar. Well, the whiskey goes down better when they don't know who you are. Singing ooh, I'm talking about you. This verse does a few things. It offers an alternate perspective, and it creates the setting of a bar and the smell of whiskey. It talks about both singers coming from different places and meeting in the middle. A lot of songs can seem like they're duets for no reason, or just to have big named features, but I appreciate how in this song, lyrically, there's a reason for it to be a duet. After this, the song changes keys to its parallel major, interestingly, going to the major 5, minor 6, and major 4. This gives the feeling of suspense with the chords visiting the dominant chord, but never going back to the tonic. The lyrics match the suspense by saying, ooh, gonna feel this in the morning. Ooh, 'cause I'm going hard tonight. This section is treated as a suspenseful decision for both girls to finally let go of their worries for the night and have fun. And in the chorus, Elle makes up her mind and the harmony finally jumps to the major 1 chord that it's been teasing. From there, it just stays on the major 1 and 4 to be harmonically stable. The only other pop song in recent years I can even remember doing something like this is No Tears Left to Cry, which goes from A major in the verses to A minor in the choruses, and that's one of my favorite pop hits of all time. Anyway, the chorus lyrics are, So bartender, take my keys. What do you want from me? Baby, I'm drunk and I don't want to go home. Not staying in to fight. I'm staying out all night. Baby, I'm drunk and I don't want to go home. Here they're talking about their decision to stay out and escape the reality of their home life. In comparison to Driver's License, that song offers a problem, but never really gives a solution. In Drunk and I Don't Want to Go Home, it gives the whole story of problem, contemplation, and solution. As it continues, we don't gotta wait until the weekend. There's always time for jumping off the deep end. So don't you wait up tonight, don't worry, I'll be fine. Baby, I'm drunk and I don't want to go home. This is what I'm talking about, how this part fills me with empowerment, with both ladies saying they know exactly what they came to do and are confident in their own decisions. Also at this point, the instrumentation changes to be more upbeat, with the drums playing 4 on the floor to emphasize its danciness. All of this is done using super simple and catchy melodies, and notably in the chorus, Elle sings with an amazing raspy and powerful voice that seems to hit all the right notes on all the right words at all the right times. For example, in the line, "Baby, I'm drunk and I don't wanna go home," the most important words, drunk and go home, are all the longest syllables in the melody. On the word drunk, she sings the highest note, a scale degree 6, which gives the feeling of her escaping to that note, giving it emphasis. On go home, she jumps down a 7th, also bringing special attention to those lyrics. In the next line, "We don't gotta wait until the weekend, there's always time for jumping off the deep end," the longest and highest notes, weekend and deep end, are placed on strong downbeats. It just fits so perfectly. I love this composition. Then after the chorus, it goes back to the minor, and it's like it just gets better the second time. There's the slide guitar that perfectly fills up all the space left by the lyrics while not getting too busy. And any time that there's a little bit of a pause with the vocal, background vocals jump in or some sound effect. And this whole cycle of build-up, suspense, and release repeats into one big sing-along post-chorus, and I feel complete. It's so simple, but it does its job so well. It's just a perfect pop song. Both singers, but especially Elle King, do a good job of conveying this emotion. And I don't want people to think I hate Driver's License because it's sad, but love Drunk and I Don't Want to Go Home because it's happy. To me, Driver's License is simple, and Drunk and I Don't Want to Go Home is complex. So few songs are able to take on the same emotional journey that one does, and it does it successfully on so many levels. Thank you, ladies, for making this perfect country, pop rock, western thing. Just wish it did better on the charts. Next time a song like this comes around, it better be given the appreciation it deserves. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Tell me what you agree with, what you disagree with in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Y'all know the drill. See you next time.